Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the Builder's Diaries, where we build a business and a body at the same time. Today, I'm going to be talking about some business updates and some cool directions that I'm moving, some takeaways that I got listening to 3 hours of podcast yesterday, and a little bit about the body and what I'm doing for fitness right now. I'm doing some outdoor fitness. So, what am I doing outdoors, and how am I fueling my body with raw foods to power through a lot of workouts outside in the sun, getting, a little bit of burned, a little tan burned. So let's get into it. First things first, I don't know if you guys have noticed at all. I don't know, maybe you noticed, but it's kind of one of those picture things. But I posted up a new certification on the wall. So now my certifications are all getting filled. If this were to go up, I think I can actually pull it up. Let's see. You have like more up there. So there's like a whole list of certifications up on my wall up there. So my wall of accomplishments, I guess, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I threw up my funnel building certification. I recently got certified as a system IO funnel builder. So I know the ins and outs of building a sales funnel and how to do it on the back end and the technical side. So I am, certified just like their tech people to build funnels for people. And I built funnel for my client, and I built funnels for myself. I've built probably about like 22 funnels now. I think it's getting up there. Because I do a lot of really simple ones too. So yeah, it's maybe closer to 30 or so. So getting up there with building funnels, and I really enjoy it. It's pretty fun. But a big update that I have for you guys is I'm moving forward with things I need to do. I know I've talked about it on here before, but I was like, I don't know where I'm at with it. I got clarity this week. I sat down and made some decisions around my next video YouTube series that's coming out. This one's doing well. I'm getting a lot of new subscribers. So if you're new from watching these videos, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. But I wanted to kind of give more to you guys. And I really enjoy doing interviews and collaborating with other people. And I know a lot of really cool people in the space. So I want to start bringing on people and doing interviews and interview people around plant-based foods and fitness. So what are they doing? Mostly raw food, but I like to say plant-based. But what are they doing? What are they eating? How do they get into this plant-based raw food lifestyle? What are they doing for fitness? What are their favorite pre and post workout meals, and just kind of get some inspiration to really help people understand that you don't need animal protein to build muscle or to be fit or to have this like lean and strong body. So I want to showcase other people, not just me. I've got one guest. My first guest is scheduled, which is cool. We're going to be filming in less than a week from now. And I went on Jotform because I'm on a lot of different podcasts, so it's cool to see how different people handle it. And I like the professionalism of having a forum before and gathering information from somebody. And also, I'm kind of using this as, potential collaborations down the future, potential, clients down the future. Maybe, you never know. I'm not going to pitch them right off the bat. I hate when that happens, when people try to have me on their podcast and they're like, hey, well, by the way, do you want to buy this from me? Like, no, like if they resonate, then they'll follow me and then they'll see what I offer and all that. That's cool. But I do want to maybe offer help for people because I love building email lists. You guys, I'm certified in System IO. I love doing these email things. And so I'm like, maybe one of the questions in my job form is, do you have an email list? And if they say no, it might be an opportunity for me to be like, hey, like I can help you with that, but not during the interview, not after the interview, maybe down the line. Maybe if I maintain that friendship, maybe if it is someone that I feel like I could work with and I become, a friend with, and I know that that's something that they would want my help with, and maybe we jive. Yeah, but not right off the bat. I know people do that, and it's very, very annoying. So I won't be pitching my people. I won't be trying to sell my guests. It's all about just bringing them on and sharing information with other people. So I came up with a name. It's going to be called the Plant-Based Fitness Show with Kelly Stevens. Very, very, very basic, but why not keep it basic? Exactly what it is. The name could change. Who knows? I'm not married to the name, but I created a thumbnail already on YouTube or on Canva. I created a thumbnail, so I have that as my first one. And I already figured out I'm going to film the first episode. The first episode is going to be about me and what I do. So the questions that I ask my guests, or the questions I think that I'm going to want to ask my guests, because again, like things might evolve. I might change my style. I might change the type of people I bring on. I don't know, but from the direction of what I think I'm going to go, I'm going to ask I'm going to share my answers with my audience, and then bring my guests on, ask them the same type of questions, and then whatever else they want to share. So it should be fun. I'm really excited about that. I set up a new, if you guys are looking for like a calendar appointment setting type thing, I always use Calendly and I didn't really want to pay for anything else. And Calendly gives you one appointment and I already have one. And that's kind of for my meetings and stuff. That's attached to my funnels. So I was like, I don't really want to have that because it doesn't look very professional when I'm trying to schedule all these other podcasts. So I signed up for a new platform called cal.com. It's not new, it's new to me. Cal.com for a calendar. And it's actually really cool. You can have multiple, more than one free thing. You could have a 15-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute and different things. So I'm like, I actually really like this, almost better than Calendly. So check out cal.com. I'm not sponsored at all, but check them out because that was a really cool solution to being able to schedule automatically with people. Because I work, you guys, I'm busy. I don't want to be going back and forth with, okay, what time works for you? What time works for you? Especially different time zones. My first guest is in Germany. So I mean that I don't know what time it is there. I just want to send her my calendar and say, hey, look, pick a time that works for you because it automatically adjusts the time zones for you. So I love using these scheduling apps because it just makes things easier for you. I have my clients use Calendly, and then you can pay for it too and get more. And it's only, I think, $12 a month. So it's not that much. You get the email reminders and all that. Cal.com, I think is great. It's going to work fine for this. So I'll probably be going into different Facebook groups to find guests for now. And then I'm going to just be like, hey guys, I have this podcast. If you're interested in being a guest, fill out this form. The form is pretty detailed. And the form is, what's your social media handles? Do you have an email list? So I'm kind of starting to learn like who could I work with down the line if it is somebody that would need my help building an email list, creating that system because I know how to build email list systems. I know how to set that in and implement it into somebody's business. I would love to help them with that. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, so I want to, ask them a bunch of questions, get to know them a little bit because I don't want to just be like, oh, hey, if I don't know this person. Some people I might know and I might not even send this form to. Like my first guest, she's not getting a form. My second guest, probably not getting a form. She's one of my really good friends, but people that I don't know. And when I throw it out to Facebook groups and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for guests. I don't want people coming because I say plant-based, but we're going to be talking about raw vegan food. We're going to be talking about vegan food, cooked vegan or vegan food. But I don't really want meat eaters coming on my platform and talking about how they eat a ton of animals and, eat some fruit here and there. That's not really what the intention is. The intention is to share how we do it without eating animals. So that's coming. I'm excited about that. But yeah, I said yesterday I had a long drive and I went up to Los Angeles to do some fitness, which I'll talk about later. But it was a long drive up there. It was about an hour up and then an hour and maybe 40 minutes back. I kind of lost track of time because you just sit there. I don't even know. It's like I take Waze all the time and the time just keeps adding and adding and adding. And I'm like, I don't even know. I think it was about an hour and 40 minutes or so. But I listened to podcasts because I ran out of my Audible hours for my audio podcast hours on Spotify because you can listen to 15 hours for free of books and different Audible books on Spotify if you have that, if you pay for premium, which I do. So I had that and I listened to that. I've already gone through it. I had one more day left. I think it actually renewed today, which is cool. So today, if I drive, which I will be in a little bit, I can listen to another book. And I listened to podcasts. So yesterday, I really felt like listening to stuff about copywriting. And I had created a playlist before I started driving just so I wouldn't be fumbling and looking, what do I want to listen to? Who do I want to listen to? I created a pre-playlist so I could just go in and say, okay, I feel like this one, or, oh gosh, this one sucks, and this one. So it was interesting. I listened to two that I got some takeaways that I wanted to share, which is interesting. One of them was about, how you can start a copywriting business at any age. These people were 40, 50, 60, and I really loved that message because I'm in my 40s and copywriting is so foreign to me, but I feel so drawn to it and really understanding it and the ins and outs of it. And ChatGPT sucks, you guys, for copywriting. I'm sorry, it sucks for copywriting, and you get the same thing that everybody else has. How are you going to stand out in a world where everyone's saying the same stuff, So I'm like, you got to learn the basics of copywriting. You got to understand what makes a good headline, what grabs attention, what are audiences really wanting to understand, and really why are they tuning into your stuff? Why should they tune into your stuff? What are you there to deliver them, and how are you going to say that in very simple words very quickly to people? ChatGPT is not good with this, you guys. I use it all the time and it's not good. And you see the same stuff. So you're going to see the same stuff that everybody else has. And I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to stand out in that crowd. And so doing things that make you stand out, is great. So learning copywriting is something that I feel like is everybody needs to learn. You can always keep mastering it and learning. I think I'm going to always continue to learn. It's not something I'm like, cool, check, I'm done. Like, it's always evolving. It's always changing. There's new ways to reach audiences. People's attention span changes. I know now we live in this world where it's just quick. Before it wasn't really like that, but now it's like reels. You got to be changing. You got to be doing things, and people's attention, you got to grab it. And it's different than before, So learning the changing landscapes of it and how to adapt in this online world is cool. And so that was really interesting to listen to. And then another podcast I listened to that was really inspiring for me, and hopefully it's inspiring for other people, it was two women that were very successful copywriters, and they both did business their own terms. One of them did the very traditional, they both did the 9 to 5, and then they built their own business on the side, and they both have transitioned to full time and doing their business on their sides, and they're both very successful, but they both did it very different paths. One of them, did the hard work, like putting in the time, putting in the effort, what we're told that we need to do for online business. The other one didn't. She really was just kind of like, whatever, like I'll do what it feels right. And if it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to do it. She said she doesn't take meetings before 12 because she doesn't want to wake up early. And this other girl's like, oh my gosh, like I wake up at 5 and I got my morning routine. And that's what you see in the business world, is this like, go, go, go. Like you got to be so productive all the time, and you got to be giving it all. And this other girl's like, no, like I kind of just like fell into this. And that's what her viewers love about her. And that's what her readers, I think she actually wrote a book. And so it's all about doing it on your terms, and it doesn't have to be the way that other people do it. And it really resonated with me because I don't do it the way other people do it. I don't listen. I mean, I do listen to what my business coaches say, but it just hasn't resonated with me. I got into network marketing, and there was an opportunity. I saw that I could do it. I know I could do it, but I didn't feel like saying the same thing to people every single day and being so excited about the same presentation every single Thursday and having to have that same enthusiasm every single Thursday about the same presentation with the same words. And I was like, I can't see myself getting excited about this or wanting to do this. And I feel like it would be fake, and I'm just like, I don't want to be fake. I want to be real with anything I do in business and anything I'm doing in life. I want to be real, so I'm like, I got to find something that really fits with me. And so I tried the Chronic Pain Nation. I love helping people with detox. I love helping people with their health, but it just something wasn't right there, And so now this niche, I'm trying this, and what is that? And it's not reaching out to social media. It's not DMing 100 people a day. Like that's not working for me, So it's how do I get in other people's audiences? How do I do my own podcast? Like maybe I write a book. I'm actually going to be getting into blogging, So it's what is that path for me? What is that right way for me? Because it doesn't have to be the way other people are doing it. So this is a reminder to you. You can just do it your own way. Figure out your own path, because just like, okay, here's a great analogy I heard. And I 3 hours of podcast yesterday, you guys. I listened to a lot of things, but basically, okay, you've got 2 acres of grass, like huge grassy yard. You don't live in California, obviously, if you have 2 acres of grass, but you don't live by the beach in California, that's for sure. But say you live in the property, tons of grass. So you need to mow your grass. You could mow your grass, with a little push mower, and you can get that done. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of muscles, because you got like a lot of hills. You got to mow all this grass, you got this little push mower. Or you could have a little sit one that you sit on, you ride, it's a little bit easier. You don't use as many muscles. You save a little bit more time. Or you could buy this like insane industrial, like 2-decker one that like chops it perfectly, like super, super fast, but it's a lot more expensive, What path are you going to take? Because all of those paths are going to get you the same result. That cut grass and that nice looking 2-acre beautiful grass yard. They're all going to get you there the same way, but which path are you going to take? Are you going to take the longer, more difficult path? Or are you going to kind of the easier path or the more expensive path? Like there's so many different paths you could take down this thing of all getting the same result of, having your own online business. So I am definitely taking a different result, but it's going to work for me. I know it's going to work for me. Like I feel it in every freaking fiber in my bones. I know this is going to work for me because this is right for me. And you have to have that conviction, you guys. And that conviction, it will get you there. I truly believe it'll get you there, and it'll get me there. And you're watching this all happen and develop. So I'm so excited. But anyways, to the body a little bit. I want to talk about the body updates. So I've been doing some outdoor fitness this weekend. I broke out of the gym, not broke out of the gym, but I've been outside. It's beautiful weather in Southern California. It's about 80 degrees and sunny. It's amazing. You want to be outside. This is the reason why I live here, the summertime, the beautiful weather. So I had the opportunity to get outside this weekend, did a lot of my work during the week, so I wasn't stuck behind a computer like most weekends. I'm usually inside, stuck behind a computer working, doing stuff online. I wasn't able to, or I didn't have to do that this weekend. But so yesterday I went up to LA and I went hiking. I went up to Griffith Park by the Griffith, I can't say it, Observatory, and we hiked all around. We hiked for 3 hours, and it was interesting because I was hiking with my friend. There's so many trails up there. Everything's so confusing. And I've done it before. I've done it probably twice before. When I was hiking with my friend, I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I don't really remember where I hiked before, but I don't think it was this, because we were like hiking and there was not very many people around either. I was like, oh, do you not think people are out because of the heat? She's like, no, people just don't do these harder trails. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, because they were pretty, yeah, we hiked a lot. So it was walking around. It was really nice. And then after I went hiking, I went to a sugarcane juice place, which was awesome. And I ended up I met the owner, I talked to the marketing girl, I talked to, another promotion guy that I had met before, that he was out, and that was the whole reason I learned about the shop. And so I went in there. So it was cool to, connect with raw vegans, talk about health, talk about eating or drinking sugarcane juice, because I freaking love sugarcane juice. This is the perfect post-workout for me, you guys. I was outside in the sun beating down on me. I actually got a little bit red, but I was able to kind of fix it. But yeah, in the sun, in the heat, most people would, reach for something heavy in food. And I was like, sugarcane juice. I want 20 ounces of sugarcane juice. And it was perfect. It was literally perfect. And that's a lot of calories too. So I was really filled up because sugarcane juice can get pretty calorie dense. But yeah, so hike yesterday, which was amazing. I never really get outside. I don't leave my Orange County bubble very often. So to get up into Los Angeles was different. It's nice to visit. I'm glad I don't live there. I'll just say that. But Orange County and LA are two different worlds. They're not the same place. A lot of people that don't live in California pretend like they're the same, and they're not the same. They're definitely not the same. And if you live in Orange County, they're not the same. Like, comment below if you live in Orange County, because they're not the same. But anyways, today I am going to stay in Orange County. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to do some paddleboarding. I haven't done any paddleboarding for a while, hence the bikini I've got on right now. I'm going to go paddleboarding in a little bit, but I wanted to pop on and share some updates with you guys, move this series forward, because people are tuning in, people are watching. I'm excited to share my updates. I think my updates aren't going to be as quick as they were before, but little things here and there about what I'm doing, what I'm learning. Hopefully, maybe you can get some takeaways from it. Hopefully, maybe you can use some of these learnings in your business. Maybe that'd be cool, But yeah, so how have I been fueling these workouts outside? Because it's hot. A lot of sun on me. And when you're outside and if you're working outside or you're doing anything outside, it drains you. Yesterday, me and my friend were both texting. We're like, oh my God, I'm so tired, because we hiked for 3 hours in the beating down sun. Like, there was not shade during this hike at all. It was a lot of sun. So how do you fuel those workouts? I'm fueling them with really calorie dense smoothies. So I'm using my protein powder, the plant-based pumpkin seed, 1 ingredient protein powder that's just cold pressed pumpkin seed, which I actually have to go buy more in about 15 minutes. I got to go buy more because I go through this stuff really fast now. So I do like 20 grams of protein with the protein powder. And then I have bananas. I have a ton of other stuff. I actually will add fat in those smoothies for my kind of pre-workout, just get some calories in for the day, because I know I'm going to be working out a lot. So I just do a really, really high, it's probably like 600 or 700 calories or so, just really packed full. I got chia seeds in there for fats, and the protein powder and fruits. Coconut water typically is in there as well, so the hydration. And then I'm doing like the sugarcane juice, the watermelons. I got a jackfruit yesterday, so that's another thing before I go paddleboarding. I got to chop up this jackfruit, because after the paddleboarding, we're all getting together and they're going to have drinks and a barbecue. And as a raw vegan, I don't drink alcohol anymore, and I don't barbecue anything. So I'm going to be bringing a bunch of fruit, and I didn't really want to show up bringing a jackfruit because parking in Newport Beach kind of sucks. And I believe that I'm probably going to go park in a parking structure and just walk to the place that I'm paddleboarding, because this is on Newport Beach, so it's not very easy to park during the summer. And I'm like, I don't really want to carry a jackfruit like through Newport Beach where everyone's just drinking and they're out in their beach clothes, and I'm carrying a freaking jackfruit. It's a 20-pound jackfruit. I'm not sure I really want to do that. So I'm like, okay, I need to cut it first and have it chopped up and then bring it to the barbecue, because carrying which I thought about actually putting it in my wagon. I thought that'd be actually pretty funny, is carrying a jackfruit in my wagon through Newport Beach. Like, I don't know. I should put a jackfruit and a watermelon in there. I might do this. This would be pretty funny if I do this, actually. So I don't know. But hopefully this gave you some inspiration about kind of moving things forward, getting getting inspired and just moving in faith on things that you really feel pushed to do. Like for me, I feel really pushed to do this YouTube series with more people. I feel pushed to be on YouTube more. I feel pushed to have more of a presence on YouTube, which you're seeing me more and more. So it's great. But yeah, if you guys are interested in any sort of or any of my actual healthy recipes that I'm eating, because I've got 5 of my top muscle building protein smoothies and bowls and my favorite little recipes that I'm eating and I ate over my challenge, I've got them in my free guide. So I've got a link below in the description of my free guide. If you guys want to check out the 5 recipes that I eat, I think one of the protein smoothies that I actually would power my day with is in there. So it's one of my favorite spirulina protein smoothies. You guys can check that out. But check out my link below. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys soon. Take care, guys.